The boxing world is buzzing with anticipation as Gervonta "Tank" Davis prepares to face Lamont Roach in a highly anticipated rematch, a fight that promises to be one of the most electrifying and personal showdowns of the year. The tension between the two fighters reached a boiling point during a recent face-off, where Davis stunned onlookers by slapping Roach, escalating their rivalry to new heights. The confrontation was charged with intensity, as Davis boldly declared his intention to break Roach in their upcoming bout. This explosive moment has set the stage for a rematch that is not just a fight, but a defining moment in both fighters' careers, fueled by a mix of personal animosity, professional stakes, and the weight of public expectation. The first fight between Davis and Roach was a closely contested battle that left fans and analysts divided. Some, like Gary Russell Jr., a respected figure in boxing, firmly believe Davis deserved the victory. Russell argues that rounds where little action occurred should not automatically be awarded to Roach simply because Davis didn't secure a knockout. He emphasizes that Davis's performance was strong enough to edge out Roach, even if the fight lacked the decisive dominance Davis is known for. Al Bernstein, a veteran commentator known for his objectivity, echoed this sentiment, stating that Davis won the fight despite Roach's valiant effort. Bernstein noted that Roach fought well but failed to do anything dynamic enough to clearly distinguish himself from Davis, who maintained a consistent, if not spectacular, performance throughout. However, opinions remained split, with some fans and observers arguing that Roach's performance warranted the win, particularly due to a controversial moment many perceived as a knockdown. This disagreement has only amplified the demand for a rematch to settle the score once and for all. The controversy surrounding the first fight has fueled speculation and debate, particularly on social media, where fans have dissected every moment of the bout. One point of contention is the alleged knockdown, which some now believe was not a true reflection of Davis's vulnerability. Reports have surfaced suggesting that an external factor, possibly irritation from a grooming product affecting Davis's vision, caused the slip that was mistaken for a knockdown. If true, this revelation shifts the narrative significantly, transforming what appeared to be a moment of weakness into an unfortunate, avoidable distraction. For Davis's supporters, this reinforces their belief in his resilience and skill, while adding urgency to his team's preparation to ensure no such mishaps occur in the rematch. The stakes are higher than ever, and Davis's camp is leaving nothing to chance. Davis's preparation for the rematch reflects a fighter with something to prove. Under the guidance of his trusted head trainer, Coach Calvin Ford, and with the addition of Coach Kenny Ellis, a tactician known for his disciplined and strategic approach, Davis is honing his skills with a level of focus that borders on obsession. The camp is a stark contrast to the one that prepared for the first fight, which was reportedly influenced by a larger Washington, D.C. contingent and plagued by rumors of strategy leaks. This time, Davis's team has tightened the circle, prioritizing information security and minimizing distractions. The result is a more cohesive, laser-focused unit, determined to refine Davis's already formidable arsenal. Ford, a constant presence in Davis's corner, provides the emotional and technical foundation, while Ellis brings a surgical precision to the preparation, analyzing Roach's tendencies and crafting a game plan tailored to exploit his weaknesses. The adjustments in Davis's camp are not about reinventing the fighter, but about perfecting him. Reviewing footage from the first fight revealed key areas for improvement, particularly in timing and mid-round confidence. Davis's team identified moments where caution crept into his approach, allowing Roach to capitalize on gaps in spacing and attack angles. To address this, they've retooled specific elements of Davis's game, focusing on closing those gaps with calculated aggression. The goal is to maintain the core of Davis's fighting style, his devastating power, sharp instincts, and ring generalship, while making his delivery crisper and more decisive. Ellis's influence is evident in the structured, intense training sessions, where every drill is purposeful, and every weakness is exposed and corrected before it can be exploited in the ring. This meticulous approach ensures that Davis enters the rematch as a more polished and dangerous version of himself. The commercial success of the rematch underscores its significance. With 150,000 pay-per-view units sold well before fight night, the event has captured the public's imagination, reflecting the intense anticipation surrounding this rivalry. Fans remember the unpredictability of the first fight and are eager to see whether Davis can reassert his dominance or if Roach will once again rise to the occasion. These numbers signal that both fighters have transcended their roles as mere boxers, becoming central figures in boxing's ongoing narrative. However, some skeptics question Davis's drawing power, pointing out that his pay-per-view numbers have not consistently reached the heights of other top stars. His fights against Ryan Garcia and Frank Martin, which sold over 300,000 units each, were bolstered by unique circumstances: Garcia's star power and the novelty of a comeback fight on Amazon's new PBC deal, respectively. Without those factors, the 150,000 units for the Roach rematch, while impressive, suggest that Davis may not be among the sport's top draws, a point of contention among analysts and fans alike. Despite the debates over his marketability, Davis's focus remains unwavering. The rematch represents more than just a chance to settle a score; it's an opportunity to reaffirm his place among boxing's elite. Davis is training with a chip on his shoulder, channeling every critique, every doubt, and every narrative about his supposed decline into motivation. His workouts are intense, his sparring sessions relentless, as he seeks not just to win but to dominate. The slip in the first fight, whether caused by a grooming product or not, is being treated as a one-time anomaly, not a sign of weakness. Davis's decision to jump straight back into camp after the first fight, rather than stepping away as some speculated he might, speaks volumes about his character. He's not running from the past but confronting it head-on, determined to rewrite the narrative with a definitive victory. Boxing veteran Teddy Atlas has offered a nuanced perspective on Davis's strengths, emphasizing the less obvious but equally critical aspects of his game. While Davis is known for his knockout power and highlight reel finishes, Atlas points to his sense of distance, rhythm, and ability to stay calm under pressure as what truly sets him apart. In the ring, Davis doesn't rush or react impulsively. He calculates, patiently closing gaps and striking with precision when the moment is right. This mental composure, combined with his physical gifts, makes him a uniquely dangerous fighter, particularly in high-stakes situations. Atlas believes that this ability to remain steady under pressure will be key in the rematch, where Roach is likely to come in with newfound confidence after his strong showing in the first fight. Sports analyst Stephen A. Smith has also weighed in, highlighting a potential mismatch in physicality. While Roach possesses excellent technique and ring IQ, Smith argues that Davis's strength, reach, and body control could overwhelm him, especially in close quarters. This physical advantage, combined with Davis's aggressive adjustments, could neutralize Roach's skills, forcing him into a grittier, more physical fight than he's prepared for. Smith's analysis suggests that the rematch may hinge not just on technical prowess but on Davis's ability to impose his physical presence and dictate the fight's tempo. Mikey Garcia, a former world champion, has added a layer of insight by emphasizing the mental aspect of the rematch. While he acknowledges Davis's natural talent and adaptability, Garcia cautions that technical skill alone won't be enough. The distractions outside the ring, public scrutiny, personal matters, and the pressure of redemption must be shut out. For Garcia, the rematch is as much a test of Davis's psychological resilience as it is of his boxing ability. A focused Davis, with his mind and body in sync, is nearly unbeatable, but any lapse in mental discipline could open the door for Roach to capitalize. Roach, for his part, is not entering the rematch as an underdog in the traditional sense. His performance in the first fight proved he belongs in the ring with Davis, and his confidence is reportedly higher than ever. Some observers believe this confidence could be his downfall, as Davis is a different beast when underestimated. Others, however, see Roach's belief in himself as a sign that he's ready to take the next step and potentially pull off an upset. His team is aware of the challenge, but they're not buying into the narrative that Davis is invincible. Coach Kenny Ellis, in particular, dismissed suggestions that Roach's recent public appearances, such as being spotted at a basketball game, indicate a lack of focus. Instead, Ellis insists that they're preparing for the best version of Roach, one who will come ready to fight. The rematch has also sparked discussions about the broader implications for both fighters' careers. For Davis, a decisive victory could solidify his status as one of boxing's biggest stars, silencing doubters and re-establishing his dominance. For Roach, a win would be a career-defining moment, propelling him into the sport's upper echelon and potentially setting the stage for a trilogy. The controversy from the first fight, particularly around the disputed knockdown, has added intrigue, with some suggesting it could lead to a third fight if the rematch remains close. Regardless of the outcome, the rivalry has already captured the imagination of fans, who see it as a perfect matchup of skill, heart, and determination. As fight night approaches, the narrative surrounding Davis and Roach continues to evolve. Davis's camp is operating with a quiet intensity, a stark contrast to the brash confidence he displayed before the first fight. Some fans speculate that this shift signals a return to the focused, no-nonsense Davis of his early career, a fighter who let his fists do the talking. Roach, meanwhile, is embracing the spotlight, using his performance in the first fight to fuel his belief that he can go toe-to-toe with one of the sport's best. The clash of their styles, Davis's calculated power versus Roach's technical tenacity, promises a fight that will be as compelling as it is unpredictable. In the end, the rematch is about more than just a win or a loss. It's about legacy, redemption, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. For Davis, it's a chance to prove that he's still the king of the ring, a fighter who can overcome setbacks and silence critics. For Roach, it's an opportunity to cement his place among the elite, showing that his first performance was no fluke. With both fighters at their peak, and the boxing world watching, this rematch is poised to be a defining moment in the sport, a battle that will be remembered long after the final bell rings.